In 2017, we seen the most wild alt seasons. A project would rebrand with a new logo, and that would be an immediate 10x. Fast forward to 2021, and things weren't quite as crazy, but it was still pretty good. We seen alts flying left, right, and center. So why are things so different right now? Why have we not seen the alt season that everybody has been waiting for? Well, there is one simple answer for this, and I'll be sharing that in today's video. First of all, we're going to take a look at the TOTAL2 chart. Now, this is basically the total market cap of crypto, excluding Bitcoin, so it gives a true reflection of altcoins. We're going to have a look at what actually happened in previous cycles. So, running it back to 2017, this is the price action here. We can see it looking very small now as we've continued to grow. So if we zoom in, take a better look at this for now, what we can see here is in the kind of middle of 2017, we can see the TOTAL2 market cap was on the increase, but nothing too crazy compared to what was to come. And the market cap was around, 50, I mean, even if you was earlier here, 20, 30, 40 billion for the total market cap of all altcoins. So it really was just a Bitcoin dominant time of crypto. So from that point, things did get crazy towards the end of the year, and we topped out at around 466 billion. So pretty much a 10-20x depending on what time of the year in 2017 that people got into the market. So as an average, you could say that the expected returns for pretty much any altcoin at that point was around 10-20x, which is of course incredible, amazing. Some will have outperformed that, some may have done slightly worse. Now, if you fast forward to 2021, it was a little bit different. The market is obviously maturing at this point, and its crypto is becoming bigger in general. We've seen, of course, Elon, Doge, all that kind of stuff. So completely different era. And what we've got here is, again, another huge rally, but this time we can see that we crossed the 2017 high, which is very important. We flipped it into support, and you can see here this wick was at around the $450-500 billion area. Now from that point, and this was in like February time, so very similar to kind of where we are right now in them typical 4-year cycles. So from this point, at 500 billion, let's call it as a nice round number, we ran to around 1.5 trillion in April-May time. So that was pretty much a 3x. And of course, this isn't the 10-20x that we just discussed, but it was on a smaller time frame. It was just a matter of 2-3 months. And, it's still $1 trillion coming into the altcoin market. So that was huge. And that is really what got altcoins going in 2021. So more recently, what have we seen this cycle? Well, it's actually very interesting in terms of where we may be in the cycle here. So we can see that this is pretty much a cup and handle formation during the bear market. You've got the cup, you've got the handle, big breakout, retest of the level here, and now we're just kind of lingering. The key thing to note is we are still below the 2021 highs at around 1.7 trillion. We haven't even reached that level yet. So this says to me that, it would be very disappointing to not see altcoins reach the highs of last time around, considering how far crypto has come in those 4 years. So I'm looking at this now. Of course, we've had a big move. Around the election time, we've seen around 800 billion come into the crypto market, but I find it hard to believe that that's it, and we don't see anything further from this point. So right now, I'm kind of looking at this chart in 3 different areas, if you will, because we've got resistance, of course, at the 2021 highs. If we're above here, it's alt season time. This is alt season for me, and we go on to 2-3 trillion, maybe even more, who knows, we'll see. Right now in this area, because we've got a level of support here, that retest, if we go back below here, that's not a good look. If we're in a bull market, there's really no reason to see anything like this unless it's some kind of like black swan event. We nearly seen that yesterday with DeepSeek, but I don't think that. I think that was a bit of a market overreaction, but that's not relevant right now. And this area where we are right now, in between the two levels, this is just about being patient. I think right now this is a test of patience. This is the sideways, choppy kind of price action across altcoins that is designed to shake people out. So whilst we're in this area here, I expect more chop, and when we do finally break out, which I think we will, that is when we get the true alt season. But I do not believe that we are going to get a similar alt season to what we've seen in 2017 or even 2021. And like I said at the beginning, there is one simple reason for this. And this is just pure saturation of altcoins in the market, and more specifically meme coins. There are just way too many coins out there now for them to all pump together at the same time. And I think this tweet here sums it up pretty well, to be honest, because we can see that there could be a smaller alt season on the horizon. Now, of course, reason one here is that Bitcoin is now a strong leader because of, the institutioned countries looking to add Bitcoin strategic reserves and all that kind of stuff. But reason number two is the number of altcoins, like I just mentioned. So in 2017, 2018, that cycle, we've seen 3,000 tokens. So yes, there was less money in the market, but there was a lot less coins that required that money to pump. In 2021, there was significantly more coins. So there was 300k at the beginning. By the end, the peak of the cycle, there was 3 million tokens. So again, that kind of explains why things had slowed down, because, the increase in tokens as a percentage was just huge. And now today, the craziest stat, to be honest, is that there are over 36 million tokens out there. Now, granted, most of these are dead meme coins that are probably at zero. But overall, there are still going to be so many more altcoins that are trying to catch a bid, trying to take market share, whether it be a meme coin, an altcoin, an AI coin, it doesn't matter. We've just seen from the chart that we've looked at that there is less money right now in altcoins than what there was at the peak of 2021. So there's no extra money, but there's 33 million more tokens. So when you see that, it kind of explains why things are not pumping just crazy at the same time at this point. And I think this tweet here from Alex Kruger actually sums it up very well. We have too many tokens, infinite more to come, because right now we are on track for 100 million tokens by the end of the year. The supply of tokens is greater than the demand. This illustrates why expecting an alt season where everything goes up for an extended period of time is misplaced. Alt season will continue to happen, but for shorter spans, from a few days to a few weeks at most. And I think tying into that, you've got to think about narratives now. 1 minute it's AI agents that are pumping. The next minute it's cat coins. People are continuously chasing these gains, chasing the hot narrative, because we are no longer in a crypto industry where everything pumps together and a hodler can simply hodl and everything just goes up to 5, 10x. It is a different game these days, and this is why he says adjust your expectations and rebalance your portfolios accordingly. The absence of such alt season greatly explains the sentiment malaise amongst crypto investors in a market where the aggregated market cap has risen dramatically. And I think, again, like this just basically says that so many people are angry right now, oh, we've not seen a real alt season and this and that, but if you don't adjust them expectations, maybe you will be disappointed even by the end of the cycle. And like I said, I do still think that we have time to run here. I don't think the cycle is over, but I think people are still stuck in previous cycles and you have to adapt. Being a good coin picker is now very hard, just as being a good stocks picker is also very hard. Now more than ever, given the AI revolution, a majority of stocks underperform the S&P 500, even more so the Nasdaq. So we're kind of heading that way, and it's natural to an extent with the market maturing. But I think what this touches on with picking coins, picking winners, you have to be so locked in to find them, because it is PvP out there. It's player versus player, especially whilst we don't have new money flooding into the market. So for every winner, a loser, for every coin going up, a coin going down, as people rotate, like I said, and try and chase those gains. So I think at this point, crypto investors really want to see two things happen. Number one, we want to see more money flood into the market for the TOTAL2 market cap to reach new highs, to set a new peak this cycle. But alongside that, it's very important that people stop speculating on ridiculous meme coins. We need to see 99% of these pump fund meme coins just go to zero fade into irrelevancy. So we bring the right people and the right money into the market. We want more investors rather than meme coin gamblers chasing the next 100x overnight. Now, I'm not completely hating on meme coins. I hold some myself. I've talked about this in my portfolio breakdowns, but there is a difference in kind of quote unquote blue chip meme coins that are well established, multi-billion-dollar market caps, have a great community, good culture, all that kind of stuff, compared to the stuff that launches on Pump Fun and within 15 minutes the dev is rugged and that's the end. It will never kind of come to fruition again, and that is a good thing. We don't want to see these projects thrive and really just encourage people to keep on gambling. I do believe that the divide between investors and gamblers is at an all-time high right now. We have some people who are actually doing their research, looking for genuine products, projects with utility, revenue, a real use case, and those projects are typically underperforming right now because so much money is being sucked into the meme coins because people want to chase a quick win overnight, like I said, 100x, rather than investing for timeframes of a few months, a few years maybe. You know, it's a very, very different mindset between the two types of people here. I mean, on a much larger scale, we've seen a prime example of all of this happening with the Trump meme coin. Now, of course, that is a completely different scenario to something on Pump Fun that a random guy launches because it was Trump, and of course it was naturally going to attract a lot of attention. But just to overemphasize the impact of what Trump did to other altcoins, you've seen so many people sell. Every altcoin on the day of that launch was in the red, it was down bad as people chased the gains on Trump. And that is what we are seeing, but just on a wider trajectory a lot of the time, because what we see is so many altcoins launching just in sheer numbers, and even if a couple of people sell here and there to chase different coins, it all adds up. And for altcoins with utility to thrive, we need to see less of this. And I do believe that yesterday's capitulation because of DeepSeek could help this. You know, we've seen a lot of major coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, you know, they got hit a little bit, but it wasn't too heavy, which is good. And then we've seen meme coins just get obliterated, some of them down 20, 25, 50, 75% just yesterday. And those projects, when the chart looks awful and the community have abandoned it, will find it very hard to ever bounce back. So maybe yesterday was actually a blessing in disguise as we see a lot of these meme coins get flushed out, a lot of the people chasing these gains get flushed out, and we can continue forward in the right direction. But just to make it extremely clear, I do expect us to have an alt season. I do expect the TOTAL2 market cap to reach new all-time highs. I just don't think we're going to get it as easy or as simple as everything pumping together to 5, 10x. That is just not the reality anymore. And if you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Also comment and let me know what you think about alt season for the remainder of the year. I'll be very intrigued just to hear your thoughts, to see if people have similar outlooks on the year ahead or whether people are thinking differently. In the meantime, please do trade safe, invest safe, and I'll catch you in the next one.